Listen to this podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Why is the middle class shrinking? Why are people facing an affordability crisis while marginalized individuals called informals grow in numbers? Join me as I travel the world, speaking with people living in invisibility, the leaders working to solve it, and uncovering the hard truths shaping our economy and daily reality.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And tonight on the Rita Cosby Show, Mayor Mondani comments about Rudy Giuliani. Now, Rudy was rushed to a hospital over the weekend. There were reports that he was fighting for his life, that he was on a ventilator. There's word he is doing better. Thank goodness. But this is the best that New York City's Mayor Mondani can do about the greatest mayor that New York has ever had, Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani has done so much for this city. He has done so much for this country. This is a guy who definitely earned the title of America's mayor. And Mayor Mondani, everybody should be saying, we are praying for him. He did such a superb job as mayor. He did such a great job as this and as that. No. And that's because Mayor Mondani seems to want to go after ICE, and Rudy Giuliani went after the criminals. So I guess they're coming from two different places. But the best that Mayor Mondani can do is kind of do one of these weird word salads. It's almost like the answers that we heard from, Kamala, and the answers that we heard from all these others. And remember when it was all this sort of like, hey, well, what do you mean by globalize the intifada? And he gave this weird, circular, bizarre answer. Well, a few hours ago, Mayor Mondani, the current mayor of New York, was asked about the greatest mayor of New York ever, Rudy Giuliani, and his health. And listen to this weird answer. He was asked, what do you think about what he did after 9/11? And it was like gobbledygook central.
Is there anything you'd like to say about his contributions to the city, the fact that he got the city through 9/11?
I think former Mayor Giuliani is someone that we as New Yorkers know well. And he's been a fixture in our city's politics and public life for so many years. And I know that many New Yorkers are concerned by the reports that he's in critical condition. And so we do keep him and his family in our prayers at this time.
We keep him in our prayers. And can we move on? Can we talk about me bashing ICE instead? I mean, that was like as empathetic as like diarrhea. I mean, give me a break. That's incredible. And we, of course, are praying for Rudy Giuliani, our friend and a great fighter and a great law fighter. Somebody who was a prosecutor, went after the mob and did so much. And here is Tom Van Essen. I wanted to play this for you guys because earlier today we talked with Tom Van Essen on Katz and Cosby, and John and I talked with the former FDNY commissioner, the former commissioner of the fire department of New York. Now, he was right there by Rudy's side during 9/11, and he also knows some of the health problems that Rudy and others got as a result of being there down at Ground Zero. He's also been in touch with Rudy and his family and others and gave us a really powerful update. And we were joined in the studio with Judge Richard Weinberg, and you'll also hear Norman Seabrook. Norman he was head of the Corrections Benevolent Association, all the different corrections workers, a big group, and also knows Tom Van Essen well, as we all do. But it was great to have their insight as well, too, in this conversation. Here's Tom Van Essen giving us the latest on our dear friend, Rudy Giuliani. And, John, joining us now is Tom Van Essen, of course, former fire chief of New York and also business partner of Rudy Giuliani and good friend of Rudy's.
Tom Van Essen, give us some good news.
Oh, I don't know if I've got good news. I have hopeful news. It's optimistic, doing better than he did over the weekend. And knowing him and knowing how strong he is, how much he wants to stay alive, my bet's on Rudy.
Well, I mean, he's one tough guy, and my bet is on Rudy, too.
Yeah, I think that everybody got scared, that pneumonia, when you have lung issues to begin with, pneumonia can be really scary for us old guys. So that
if you're in the wrong hospital,
oh, yeah.
and you don't have priority, you're going to die.
Well, I'm sure they were looking out for him, and I'm very optimistic that he's going to have a good day today and turn it around.
Now, Tom, just to give us up to speed, he was on a ventilator, right? And that's been taken off, so he's breathing on his own. Can you kind of give us a sense of sort of, because that does sound positive, obviously. Thank goodness.
Yes, it's very positive, but it's not. He's not out of the woods. His family just wants everybody to keep praying for him, and hopefully that the progress that he's made today continues, and then he'll be on the road to recovery.
You know, Tom, he had a lot of problems, right, from 9/11, because and that's something I know you were a big part too, helping the city, as he certainly was America's mayor. Talk about how I think he had some of his lung problems started from that.
He's had some compromised, breathing for quite a while. I'm sure it was attributed to that. He spent an awful lot of time down there. We both did a tremendous amount of time trying to, make the guys feel as good as they could. On that pile was just really difficult work. We'd walk around, tell the guys to be wearing their breathing apparatus. We'd have those little masks on, but we know they didn't do too much good. But they were better than nothing. And what he did down there for months and months, and afterwards the support that he gave to Mayor Bloomberg and everybody else that was continued the search until, I think it was May of 2002, it was remarkable. What he did, the compassion that he showed, the respect that he showed for all those families, the pensions that we helped, that we couldn't give them anything, couldn't give them anything more. What they really wanted was their loved one. And many of the folks, we just couldn't give them that. So the grief and the heartache down there, and at the meetings we went to, the families and stuff, was really, really rough, and took a toll on us. But we felt it was our responsibility, and he did a phenomenal job. Yeah,
he sure did. We love Rudy. Norman Seabrook?
Tommy, how you doing, brother? It's good to hear from you.
Norman, good to hear you.
Listen, Tommy, for the audience that doesn't know, Tommy was the labor leader for the Uniformed Firefighters, or Fire Association. And then he became commissioner. And I'm sitting here looking at the picture on the wall that Mr. Catsimatidis has in the studios, a picture of you, Bernie Kerik, George W. Bush, and Rudy Giuliani down at 9/11. And I know for a fact of what this man has done for the city of New York. So all of those that are sitting around and they have their own opinions, they don't know the pensions that you guys helped create for not only firefighters and police officers and correction officers and sanitation officers, and the list goes on and on. And I just want you to know that we're praying for Rudy. He's not going anywhere. The man is too stubborn to even leave,
Never,
so just, just please give him our regards, and at least give him my regards as well as the members here in the studio.
No, I listen to you guys all the time, and I know how much you care about him and how much he means to you, because you love the city and you love people that tried to make a difference. I got a letter from President Bush recently, and he said, I don't miss politics, but I really miss working with people like you and Rudy Giuliani.
Wow, that's a blessing.
Wow.
And I got a text at 2:00 in the morning from Andrew Giuliani, and says, please pray for my dad. And I texted that to the Archbishop of America, the Greek Orthodox Archbishop.
Oh, beautiful.
And at 6:00 in the morning, I got a prayer from him. For Rudy.
That's nice.
Beautiful.
It's good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, Rudy is the best. We love him, and we're all praying for him. He's one of the great heroes out there.
And by the way, Tommy, it's Richard Weinberg. Good to talk to you again, my friend.
Hey, Judge.
So I just want to tell America that you're also one of my heroes. Nobody did a better job than you and Mayor Giuliani and Commissioner Kerik in doing the fight. And our good friend Rudy Washington, too. You're one of America's great heroes, and thank you. God bless you for all your service.
Thank you, Judge. It was just, for me, it was an honor to lead true men that really were heroes. So many people did not have to give it all that day, but they kept going and further up and up, trying to help people that needed it, for strangers. And to me, that's what makes a hero, somebody who's willing to put it all on the line for someone, not the family member, not your wife, not your kids, but strangers. That's a special person.
Well, that's what you and Rudy are, and I'm glad we're going to have both of you guys for a long time.
And I just sent out the picture that Mr. Catsimatidis has in this studio right now. I just sent it to you, Tommy, so you can look for yourself. This is real talk.
Picture.
This is real talk.
I remember that picture.
We love it, Rudy. Please give Rudy our love, big time, Tom. And we love him, and we're hoping to see him soon, healthy and smiling like old times. And thank you very much for everything, Commissioner, for everything you've done too.
Keep us up to date, please, Tommy.
Yeah, please keep us
out.
posted, please.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. And listen, let's pray that he makes a full recovery. Rudy is a fighter, and it sounds like he's doing a lot better, at least. He's in stable condition. Out of the ventilator. That's a good news. And we love Rudy. And of course, we're hoping that he feels a lot better very, very soon.
Let me tell you about ProHealthConnect.com. It's transforming healthcare payments, providing retailers a seamless process for over-the-counter and healthy benefit programs. By connecting retailers, health plans, and payment processors, ProHealth Connect creates one powerful, unified network. They empower independent grocers and pharmacies to accept health benefit cards without changing how they do business. With over 10,000 locations nationwide, helping more than 1.3 million people access the care and nutrition they need. Go to ProHealthConnect.com.